Two students from the University of Cumbria have been working on Life of a Mountain, Helvellyn, the final instalment in Cumbrian filmmaker Terry Abraham's TV documentary series.
It all started with Terry doing a guest lecture at the University of Cumbria, and we all just got really inspired by that and his kind of dedication to go out and film in kind of all sorts of weather conditions. Kind of got hold of him through kind of uni really, and then went from there.
The pair, who are from Gloucester and Derbyshire respectively, have accompanied Terry on a great part of the shooting.
So we go out with most of the big shoots with Terry. I mean, Terry still goes out on his own and puts in countless hours, but we do everything from kind of landscape stuff at dawn and dusk to kind of people shoots where we get to meet kind of locals as well as kind of household names. We do bits of wildlife, bits of adventure, pretty much everything you can think of. It's been a really good experience. I mean, we've got to kind of get to know the local area, which is nice, and find good spots for ourselves. And it's been tough at times, but it's been a really fun experience, and learnt loads through Terry.
And they say that the chance has been incredibly helpful to their university and learning experiences.
It's important to kind of capture the landscape, just because it kind of attracts more people to come and visit, and it's also kind of protects the area as well, especially through the work we're doing with Friends of the Lakes, and it's just about kind of promoting kind of what we have here and kind of getting people to look after it. So, yeah, Terry's kind of taught us kind of technical stuff about filmmaking, so kind of how to do star lapses and get it kind of how he wants it to look, as well as kind of just kind of outdoorsy sort of stuff, so kind of how to prepare yourself for bad weather, kind of thinking about where the sun's going to be, and then kind of just some good information about the local area and kind of filmmaking in general.
The project required the students to climb and film on Helvellyn in all weathers, which they say could sometimes be tough.
Yeah. When it is wet and wild like that, it can be tricky to kind of keep the camera dry, keep the water off the lens, and kind of just keep warm and kind of not be shaking too much when you're holding the camera. But yeah, no, it's definitely character building stuff for sure. As soon as you're back down and in the pub with a beer and that, you soon forget you were freezing up on the fell. So yeah, you're just looking back for your footage, and it was definitely worth it. So.
The pair were on a wildlife media course, something which tied into the nature of the documentary.
All sorts. We've filmed a lot of the red deer, the population behind there. There's also a lot of bird life. We've also covered a lot of that stuff as well. Just kind of learning the behaviour of the wildlife, and obviously having to walk up Helvellyn with the kit and then set up and then kind of do it kind of regularly enough to learn the patterns of the wildlife, as opposed to just turning up and hoping it's there. It's that whole building up to the shot, kind of teaching us like patience, as opposed to kind of to chase the wildlife. It's like kind of let it come to you, and that side of it. So.
And they believe that the practical experience that Terry gave them is invaluable to their future.
Yeah, I think it's really important, especially focusing on Cumbria as well, because a lot of people always think you have to go abroad to see all these amazing sites, but you can kind of see anything you can see all around the world. In Cumbria, it's that, like, you've got the coastline, you've got the fells, you've got the gentler rolling hills, if that's your type of thing. You've got it all. Just a massive thanks to Terry for having us both kind of on board with the project. It's been a life-changing experience, to be honest. Yeah, it's been really set us up for our future careers, hopefully, and he's taught us more than we could ever learn sat in a classroom, I think. So.
Having both now graduated their courses, the pair will be moving on to the next project. But they are sure not to forget those hours on Helvellyn anytime soon. Kieran McFadgen, That's TV.